वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेशमनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्य माव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्। सन्नियं येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिरवाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः। मय्यार्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नो युज्यते लोको लोकान्नो युज्यते जयः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगै मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः। अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिरमौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना भक्तास्तेऽतीव मे प्रियः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता सूपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः हरिः ओम तत्सत् हरिः ओम तत्सत् हरिः ओम तत्सत् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु शुभं भूयात् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
उपस्थित भगवत भक्तों के रूप में मेरी अपनी ही आत्माओं, श्रीमद् भागवत गीता भगवान के मुखार बिंद से निकली हुई अमर वाणी है और जो भी जीव श्रद्धा सहित इस अमर वाणी को धारण करता है वो जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। ये जीवात्मा चाहे जिस देश में रहे और चाहे जिस भेष में रहे, गीता सबका सब काल में समान रूप से कल्याण करने वाला एक अनुपम एवं अलौकिक ग्रंथ है। इस उपदेश को सृष्टि के आरंभ से ही सुनाया गया था। सबसे पहले इस उपदेश को सुनने वाले सूर्य नारायण थे, फिर मनु महाराज हुए, फिर इक्ष्वाकु महाराज हुए। इस प्रकार परंपरा से चलता हुआ ये गीता ज्ञान द्वापर युग में कई लाख वर्षों के बाद फिर से भगवान कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को सुनाया था।
Chanapayupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Chanapayupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Those devotees, however, who worship me alone, thinking of none else, and ever united, I myself attend to their wants and needs, and provide them with security of what they have. Niramana moha jita sangha dosha Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama Dvandve vimuktaha sukha dukkha sanghe Gacchanta mura paramavyayam tat Sarvasya chaham hriti sanniveshto matta smitirgya namapohanam cha vedesha sarve rahameva veju vedantra kritave davideva chaham Vedantra kitave davideva chaham bandhanan mrityu mukshi yamat metad om Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivartanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityu mukshi yamat metad You can now slowly and gently open your eyes and know that you are a unique and beautiful spiritual being of pure consciousness, and all you have to do is to shine brightly wherever you go, to whomever you meet, and you'll be helping the world and the universe. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev Maharaj. Stay blessed.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. A very warm welcome to all of you. thank you for being with us tonight. I would like to share some good news with you. I was in touch with Joshiji earlier today, and he has been discharged and he is at home resting. So I thought I'll share that with you. I'm sure others would have known that about, but I just came to know today and wanted to share this. Thank God he's back home. It'll take him some time. He said he would try to be online if he can, but since he is not, it is completely understandable. Having said that, Dr. Kapurji is also away on vacation. That leaves us with our very special speaker, Dr. Prasadji. Dr. Prasadji, last week I realized, but a little too late, we had the time, so I just cut it down to 30 minutes. So today, please go ahead, speak for as long as you like, and we have the time today. So Dr. Prasadji, everything you say is very precious to us. Over to you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna to everybody. Really very pleased to hear that UCG is now back at home, and he had a very good recovery, a very fast recovery, more or less, you can say. And of course, he's a bit weak, but he said that he will be observing, but it looks like he's not able to do that. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I will try to continue from where I left, but before that, let me pray to Bhagwan. Vansi vibhushita kara navnir dabhat pitambara darunavimba phaladharosta Purnendu sundara mukha arvinda netra krishnat param kimapi tat tvamaham na jane ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Since last 4 weeks, we have been trying to understand the essence behind this one composite word, Vidya Karataram Abhyayam, which is the 13th verse of chapter 4. Bhagwan has made very clear, and he made a statement, Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasa. We have gone through in great detail and understood that fairly well. But next line when he says, Tasya kartarapi mam, I am the karta of that division which I created. I am the karta. Then he said, Arjun, vidya kartaram abhyayam. You take it. You understand that I am non-doer. I am akarta and abhyayam. Now, if we take it these two, one is opposite to that. Well, it may mean that if you have invited a friend to your house for a dinner, and if you have cooked some good food for him, say tasmai or kheer or halwa, and you tell him, my friend, I have cooked this food, this halwa for you, but you take it that I have not cooked. Now he will be lost. What you're saying? You said that you have cooked, and now you're saying I should take it that you didn't cook. Now, this doesn't go well. This very difficult for the mind to comprehend this opposite statement. And you will find similar opposite statements that Bhagwan has made in the 9th chapter, verse 4 and 5, and few other places. This makes one go and see why he said that. He is not just an ordinary man on the street that he has said something and you should ignore. There is a reason for his saying so, and there is need for those who study to delve deep into it, dive deep into it, and try to find what did Lord mean by saying that you take it that I am akarta, I am avyayam. Excuse me. Last week, I gave you two verses from Bhagavad Gita to understand this complex situation of what is meant by akarta and what is meant by avyayam. Here, Lord is trying to explain in a way how he is akarta. He's saying, anaditva nirgunatva paramatma avyaya sharirasthopi kaunteya nakaroti nalipyate. Here he's trying to explain that you, Arjun, take it that there's no quality in me. Three gunati. There is no little bit of any guna in it. I am devoid of guna. So if I am devoid of guna, how can action take place? Because action can only take place, as he has said here, prakriti eva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvasah yah pasyati tatmanam akartaram sapasati. He only can understand him as akarta if he looks at the fact that all the actions are performed by Prakriti and its guna, and since he is devoid of Prakriti and guna, then how can he be a karta? But then question arises, then why he is saying that he is the karta? Is he really doing it? If he is not doing, he cannot say that I am karta. Here is the real page, we can call it. This is the main issue which has to be understood. How he is karta and also akarta. We have given many examples, and in future again many examples will come to understand this fact. I was amused, since I have time today, so I will put before you. You see, last week I am going through some bhajan, and I heard this bhajan, which you all know very well. Maiya mori, main nahi makhan khayo. He said, Maiya mori, main nahi makhan khayo. Is Geeta Kiranji is understanding this, or you have difficulty? Is it all right? I will try to give English meaning also. But
Unmute yourself. Yeah, there you are.
If needed, then I can follow it afterward. I can find someone else to explain it to me.
No, I will explain. There's no hurry today. So I will give you. This is a beautiful piece. Surdas ji has given this for benefit of mankind. You see that here again, the story is, in brief, I will tell you, story is that when Lord Krishna was a child, he used to go to the places of all the cowherd maids, and he will go and steal, literally steal makhan from the houses of all the Gwalans, cow maids. Now, he will go and steal. That means he will try to sneak somehow so that the lady in the house doesn't know that he has gone in, and he will somehow steal it and run away. He will go alone, and he will go with the herd of other friends with him. So that he has been doing. And when he used to do that steal, the Golan will go to Yasoda Maya and complain to her that your son came to my house and stole makhan from my place. So this was the regular affair. And Yasoda Maya would say, Krishna, why you did that? And Krishna will always say that I didn't steal. I didn't. But one day, Ma Yasoda herself found him stealing. And when he found him stealing and he caught him there, he said, my God, now I have caught you and I will teach you the lesson. So now she's trying to be harsh on him and say, look, you say that you have not been stealing, and I find the makhan is on your mouth. It is smeared all your mouth. I have seen you stealing. How can you say that you have not? He said, Maya main nahi makhan khayo. He said, I have not eaten. Now the question is, did he eat or did he not eat? We are just talking about tasya karatara pimam vidya karatara madhyayam. He has done it, and yet he says, I have taken it, I have not done it. Isn't it true that Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, 14 kala holder, where is the guna? He is beyond guna. He is Sri Gunatmak Parameshwar, Bhagwan himself. So if he hasn't got the ability to perform action, who others perform with guna. So the question, in fact, it is not that Bhagavan ate. It is the Bhagavan transformed into the body form as a Krishna with his Divya karma. That is the one with the hand took the butter and put in the mouth and went down there. This is not, he is not doing. So in a way, what he's saying, Maya main nahi makhan khayo, I have not really taken. Then, but he realizes that mother has seen me eating. So how can I defend? Suddenly thought comes to him, he says, Or bhayo gauvan ke pache madhuban mohe pathayo char pahar bansi bhat bhat kyo sanj pare ghar aayo maiya mai mori मैं कब माखन खायो. Now he gives explanation that you send me every day with the cows, with the cowherd boys, and I go to the Madhuban in the lawn, and I take care of the cows whole day, come back in the evening. Where was the time for me to eat makhan? That he is putting a question before mother. Mother, of course, understands that he is trying to deceive me. Then he says, well, you have this mouth smeared with makhan. How can you explain that? Then he explains, Main balak bahiyan ko choto chiko kis vidhi payo. I am a small boy. with small hands. How could I reach that high up where the pot was kept with the makhan in that? I couldn't reach there. And these cowherd boys, Bal bal sab bair pare hain, barbas mukh laptayo. That is Gwal Bal, all those, they have cheated, they are hurting me, and they are be my enemy, and he's blaming me by they have put the butter in my mouth. It is not I have taken. The explanation doesn't go very well with that. Then he makes takes another move, and he says, Tu janani man ki ati bhori, inke kahe patiyayo. Your mother, your heart is so simple that you take it whatever these boys are telling you. So when they tell you, you accept that. But then something happened to you. Jiyo tere kachu bhej upaji hai, jani parayo jayo. You see, mother, he is giving a hint that you are not my real mother. Probably because you are not my real mother, is it that something has happened within you and you are trying to do this kind of treatment to me? This was too much for Majasoda to accept and to realize. She realized, he's saying, take my Lukutu Kamariya, Bahut Nach Nachayo. I will now throw away all whatever given me. You have put me a lot of trouble. I am now running away. Then Surdas tab bihasiya soda le urkant lagayo. When this thing, and mother was so much disturbed within herself, the love, affections came flowing so much out of her that she put Krishna into her lap, and then she was trying to calm her. Don't do this to me. Nain neer bhar aayo, o lalla more, main nahi makhan khayo. Now she is telling Lalla, oh Krishna, you have not taken I can guarantee you that you have not taken Makhan. Makhan, you have not taken. She was running, tears were running from her eyes, and she is saying now, you did not take Makhan. But then, now Krishna realizes that this mother has been convinced that I have not taken, but the fact is I have taken. So he says, Sun maiya muri main nahi makhan khayo. It is me who has taken, oh mother, I can guarantee you, it was me who did steal makhan and I have taken. So this is what is called Maya of Bhagavan. This is called the one which is beyond imagination in the normal human world, where you are able to convince, you are able to make a mistake, you are able to convince the person, and you take it from your side, you accept your deed, what you have done. So karta and akarta, it is a question of how you take it, whether it is the Prakriti or it is the Purusha, because Bhagavan is the creator of Prakriti, and Bhagavan himself is beyond, devoid of Prakriti. So here the teaching is, this is a bhajan, the Surdas has said that, but the deep meaning in this is that Bhagavan is the creator. he has created the Prakriti, and it is the Prakriti who is taking Makhan and doing all kinds of divine or Divya karma. Dharma karma cha me divyam. His karma is Divya. His karma is divine. He is performing action, yet he is not performing action. The beauty is to see what is the one which belongs to Prakriti and what is one belongs to Paramatma. What happens actually, we in the human form, with Prakriti, we get drawn towards the Prakriti, and all our actions are directed towards Prakriti, and that is why we are lost. And that what Upanishads come in to tell us, that how you should understand, how you should realize that Bhagavan is Karta, he is the one who gives power. Without the power, nothing can function. If the Prakriti is there, but Prakriti cannot function unless and until the power is given by this. Bhagavan has the power to impart the Prakriti, that power which enacts it. And that's why our Upanishads have given one example, many examples. You will find example after example to understand this fact that Bhagavan is both. He is the creator of Prakriti, and the actions are performed, cannot be performed without the power from the Purusha, power from the Bhagavan. So you take it, the composite thing is in the packet. The package is combination of this Brahma and his power. Last week I gave you about the sun, how the sun has is inherent, permanent source of energy is there in the Brahma, and that energy is imparted to for the creation of the world, for the creation of all the activity, for all the actions that are being taken is from the power of the Brahma, but the kinds of or different modifications are not belonging to the Brahma. When electricity is in the house, you can run various machines, the cooling machine, heating machine, cutting machine, all. The power of all those has nothing to do with the action by Brahma. That is not his karta. He is not the doer of the heat or the cold blowing from your machines. He is just providing power. Also, the fact is that if power is not provided, none of these will function. And that's why the Mundak Upanishad comes with number of examples there that we are, I explained last week this one, that the spider is producing thread, and is from the spider, the thread is produced, and then it creates the net from there. The plants grow on the earth, hair grows on the head and the body. So everything in the verse arises from the imperishable. See, the word, you can say the body has its own hair cells and hair comes out, but it cannot unless until there is a power to give energy to that hair cell to produce the hair. Hair cannot be produced. So there is everything in the universe arises from this imperishable, and that is the inherent, permanent source of energy. Last week, I was trying to tell you the story of Udhalak Muni and his son Swet Ketu. Let me give this a story today. See, Udhalak was a sage of high level, supreme level, one of the supreme level sage he was there. And this story is given in our Upanishads, in the Chandogya Upanishad. Now, the story of Swet Ketu is the son of Udhalak. At the age of 12, Swet Ketu was sent to a guru to go for teaching, for getting Veda, Upanishad, and all the Shastras, training, teaching from a sage, another sage. He studied for 12 years. And after 12 years of his study, he came back. When he came back, then his father asked him a question, 2 questions, in fact. Please make note, there are 2 questions here. One question is, have you been taught that knowledge, knowing which you know the unknowable, aprameya? That unknowable, have you been able to know or receive or grasp the knowledge or learn that knowledge from your guru so that you know the unknowable? This is the Brahma. Brahma का ज्ञान, वह उस ज्ञान को तुमने प्राप्त किया जिससे तुम ब्रह्म को ज्ञान का ज्ञान हो सकता है. Second question is, have you perceived that, perceiving which everything in the world is perceived? That means another knowledge that you are able to see or understand or realize everything in the world which belongs to world. So these 2 things there is a need to understand. One needs Brahma, and that is power. These are the 2 questions Udhalak asked his son Shwetketu. He said, Shwetketu says, no father, I don't think my guru knew it. Otherwise, he would have taught me. Now, this is a bit of arrogance on the part of Shwetketu. What happened actually, the guru in those days would not give you the teaching if you are not keen to understand that. So you have to be the recipient, proper recipient. It is the Shishya's qualification to be able to receive. Then only the teacher will give you. This Shwetketu did not show his eagerness to realize Brahma, to know that knowledge, to realize Brahma. So Guru did not give. But he says he is blaming Guru that looks like the Guru did not know this. So he didn't tell me. That's wrong. So anyway, he said, doesn't matter. He said, I will teach you. He asked him to go and get a lump of clay. He says, by knowing about the lump of clay, everything about the clay is known. And everything made of clay is known. So again, there are 2 things. One is, if you have a clay, then you analyze what clay is. You know everything about the clay. The knowledge about the clay is known to you. Also, you made material out of various pots and various designs of articles you prepare out of clay. You also know that. Now see what is happening. One is the Brahma and other is the, because of Brahma, those things have been created. So the question of understanding not only the clay, but also everything made of clay. Everything made of clay is to be known. Similarly, examples are given about the gold ornaments and the gold. If you know the gold, then you are able to appreciate also the various ornaments made of gold. Now, every ornament is not an ornament if the gold is taken away from it. So the gold ornament has to have the presence of gold in that. But one is lost in the various designs of bangles and earrings and chains and all those things. You are lost in the design of and size and quantity or quality of the material, quality of the product made of gold, but one forgets about the reality in that ornament, which is the gold. So the modifications of gold So also about the example is given of water and waves. You have got ocean full of water. Now from the ocean itself, wave comes in. From that, the froth comes in, and all those modifications are there. Substratum is sea, is ocean. The substratum is ocean, which has the water content, and the water is the real. Then waves are coming and going and disappear, lost and comes in and goes back into water. So without water, there cannot be wave. If you take away water from the wave, there is no more wave there. The reality has to be understood. So these examples are cited in the Shastras to understand both the real thing behind it and the modifications. So modifications are the names and forms, and you have got so many words to explain that. But the real truth is the clay. Real truth is the gold. Real truth is the water. Clay is the reality. But what happens? One is lost in the world of names and forms. प्रकृति में हम समा कर रह जाते हैं, प्रकृति में उलझ कर रह जाते हैं, संसार में उलझ कर रह जाते हैं, और जो ब्रह्म ज्ञान है वो ब्रह्म ज्ञान पीछे छूट जाता है. Now, if you Swet Kwekti again ask question, please teach me some more. So Udharak said, okay, go to a banyan, under the banyan tree, and you pick up a seed from there and bring. So what? And when he brings that, then it's all right. Cut it open. He cuts it. Cut some more. He cuts it. Cut some more. At the end, can you see anything? He sees nothing. So that which is not seen, unseeable, it has the potency to manifest into that big banyan tree. The tree is evolved. That is Jagat. Tree is evolved from where? From that Brahma. So from that seed or fragment of seed, this tree is evolved. So there is this question of Brahma, and from Brahma, the Jagat is evolved, which you cannot see the seed, but you see the tree, the big tree coming up. Now that which is the subtle essence, that is the root of all, in that, all that exists in the world, they had its root in it, had its self in it. This is the realization of Brahma. So then he says, Udhalak, that self is the reality. That is the truth. That thou art, O Swetketu, Tat Tvam Asi. He says again, Father, tell me some more. And say, okay, so go and get a glass of water. He brings a glass of water, put a bit of salt in it. He puts in that. Now he says, after some time, can you see the salt? He says, no, Father, I can't see the salt. Okay, get a spoon and test the water from the top. He tests the water from top. How is it? Is it salty? What about from the side of the glass? From the bottom of the glass, taste the water. It says, I find salt everywhere. So what has happened? As salt has pervaded water throughout, so does the self pervades the entire universe. That is the Paramatma pervading entire universe. There is no place in the universe that devoid of that self. Mattah parataram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam proktam sutre maniganaiva. This verse 7 of chapter 7 is so beautiful. That is the real Advait Vedanta, which has been given in that one verse, chapter 7, verse 7, Mattah Parataram Nanyat. Nothing is there. So it is Advaita. There is no second. It is only one, and that is one Paramatma pervades throughout. In the body, everything is pervaded. The Atma, the power of Atma is pervaded throughout the whole body. There is no place in the body which hasn't got the power of Brahma in that. If the power of Brahma is lost, the moment it is lost, everything is dead, it's gone. There is no So there is no place which is not pervaded by Brahma. So then Dwarak tells Shwetketu, that is the reality. That self is the reality to Shwetketu. That is truth. And that is that thou art Tat Tvam Asi. This is the teaching which Dwarak gives to Shwetketu. And this is for each one of us to think about, meditate about, and consider about that. Now let us see, what do we deduce from whatever we have heard about the Shwetketu Udhalak dialogue? What are the deductions? First thing, reality is one. Appearances or manifestations are many. When we talk of reality, it is one, while appearances and manifestations are many. Pot cannot exist without clay. Gold cannot exist without, or ornament cannot exist without gold. What is happening? And without water, there is no wave or there is no foam. So deduction is, you are what you are. You are clay in all that is made of gold. You are gold in all ornaments made of gold. You are water in all waves and foams. You are seed in all trees. You are salt in all in which it gets dissolved. This is the deduction from the dialogue we heard. We have not known. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is, you are that reality, you are that truth, that thou art, Tat Tvam Asi, which manifests through objects that are perceived. See, it is to us, because we are ignorant, we are not able to visualize the presence of Paramatma everywhere. We are lost into the world of objects. If we realize that everything made of gold, every ornament made of gold has gold in that, then we will not get lost into the ornaments, but in the gold in it. Unfortunately, this object, the world of objects, in that we get lost. But there is need for one to realize, to realize this reality, and which is the substratum of the world. Everything else is not, is just mere appearance. And this is mentioned, aham ameva tattvam jagadasrayam yat vinnatayata sarva avasa asram. Everything is reality, which is substratum of the world, and anything else is just an abhasa matram, that is just an appearance. That is, we should not get lost in the appearance. We should go into the reality, understand the reality, realize that this can only be done if we go deep into understanding Sravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. You all know all these things, but this is to be contemplated upon, chewed upon, digested upon, assimilated upon, and then realize it. I think I will stop here. I will continue next week further. Jai Sri Krishna to everybody.
Jai Shri Krishna, Dr. Prasad ji. Thank you so much. I was so looking forward to that because I've heard many different concepts about Tattvamasi, and this has made it so clear to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's been a lot of intellectual gymnastics around this concept, but this
Yes.
you made it very, very simple, and I truly appreciate it. Earlier on, I was talking about Joshiji coming home. I forgot to tell you, Dr. Prasad ji, and I'm sure you would know the medical term LAD. That's what he had, which is also called a widowmaker when he went to the hospital. So
Yeah.
he was lucky to have survived that. About 9 years ago, when I had my bypass, I had the same, and the doctor said what you had was a widowmaker. So you're lucky. We are lucky we caught it in time. So I'm
That
sure
is,
you must be sorry. Yeah.
yeah, what I was saying, that it is time. The factor is very much, if you have got blockage and your heart get ischemic, there's no blood to the heart, and so that's function, everything again, energy from there, oxygen goes from there. If there is no blood pumped all particularly the brain gets
Right.
immediately ischemic, and it doesn't have long time to sustain. So within the time, if you are able to open the block and put a stent there, then the life comes. Otherwise, very difficult. It's a rare thing for him to, I mean, it was really Bhagwan Kripa that he survived.
True. Yeah, because widowmaker is a very serious thing. It's usually a massive and you have no chance,
Yeah.
So thank God he has survived from that. Hopefully he should be joining us next week, maybe on this Sunday. Let's see. I mean, there's no pressure. Once again, I believe it is time for us to end our broadcast today. And Swami Geeta, Kiranji, thank you so much. Thanks to you, we are meeting every Thursday. It is your program. We are just the instruments talking about the program, but you are the one who initiated and started it. And for that, we thank you very, very much.
Can I discuss a little bit?
Sure.
The timing, because of the time saving, we Asia time, this program we have to shift for the convenience of the US. And in this way, we lost a number of Asian members like Rameshi and maybe one or two more, because he has another program to attend after. Now it become overlapping. When I shifted from 7:30 of Thai to 8:30 for US to accommodate US life saving, time saving. So what do you think? Should US accommodate Asian times, or we keep remain
For
that
this,
Asian
you
people to
mean
accommodate US
you
time?
you mean for the Thursdays?
Yes, just for the Thursday, which is the
So,
better one. But for like
well,
for Canadian one, for the Sunday one, we all over the world we have to accommodate the Canadian one.
okay. So why don't we do this? Hopefully before next Thursday, Joshiji would be okay, and then we can ask him what he thinks, and then we just do accordingly.
Okay, whichever way that will accommodate more members.
Right. Yeah. Dr.
For me, it's
Prasadji, what are
okay.
your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think we should accommodate. We should follow what Geeta Kiran ji is saying to accommodate Asian listeners.
Right. So let's say, for example, if it is 8:30, it'll be 1 hour back for us. 1 hour behind.
Yes.
Okay. Again, let us run it by Joshiji as well. Dr. Prasadji agrees, and you have also spoken about it. So let's see before next Thursday.
Yeah, better get his opinion.
Yeah. And once we have his opinion, and if everything is okay, then when I send the email out, I will say that we've returned to the original time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody.
Jai
Gurudev.
Shri Krishna.
See you on Sunday.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण जय गुरु